Hey guys, Ycoms here, and welcome back to the AOR Season 12 Championship with actually a proper highlight video once again, which is surprising after the last 3 races we had. But we're here at Austria, probably, well, it has been at least one of my stronger tracks, definitely. I was very looking forward to this. We're currently in a very weird qualifying session, because we are awaiting rain for the race, and with the tire wear glitch, would be very beneficial for us to start in P11. So I basically just checked which time I need to do to get 11th place, and yeah, I tried to match that one, and got a validated lap time just to see the delta. But yeah, that's basically not. It's actually weird because this maybe the first time I actually do not go flat out in qualifying and try everything. Is basically just trying to get as near as that time that is required for P11. But at the start of the lap, definitely the aim is to make up some time on the delta. But we have been very cautious during this lap here, at least. So far, we're not even green in this particular second sector as well. I was missing the apex for turn, I think that was 6 that was. And now preparing for the last 2 corners, we need to be faster in these ones. I think I lifted up the throttle quite a bit in that one. And here we go through the last corner. We are missing the apex by so much, and that it will lose us so much time, and it's only a 1:08.5, which is a pretty embarrassing time, to be honest. Well, when I was practicing quali on flat out super soft, that was like a second faster. So yeah, no, we didn't really manage that too well with P11, gambling a little bit too much. Flying Finn is of course in pole position, and Streets, Cupid, Falcon, Limitless. Finally getting a top 10 of qualifying. Ciario, Franglish, Burnout, Mike, Marshmallow, AOR XB1, which is Finch on the forums. He is replacing Rosberg from this round on, and Lucky Dog in P11, who has probably the best starting position, at least strategy wise. 6 kills and 12. Then Stu did a great job of gambling for P11, a little bit better than well, much better than I did. I'm in P17. Down in P17, Tierra Martin even further behind you. And here you can see the strategy. Probably we will be able to go on the softs until the rain comes, which is predicted to be about half race distance, maybe a little bit later, maybe a little bit before, we shall see. But here we are then on the formation lap, and can we finally stay out of trouble on lap 1? That is possibly the biggest question at the moment. Can we finally just stay out of trouble and get a decent start and a decent couple of laps without any damage? That is the main part, but we will be able to find out that very shortly. 5 lights are on for round 9, and we getting a jump start. What the hell? Honestly, I've not done a jump start in 200 hours of F1 2016. It was basically the first time ever I have done this, and honestly, I'm not even sure what actually happened there. Oh my god, as we can see, it crashed there as well. Jason out of the race, Martin collected as well. We're getting an illegal overtake on Martin, and which he's very slow, so we will not give him that position back, but we will just deal with that probably stop and go penalty that will give us. We pretty much can't remove that, because we will definitely stop one time in this race, but I would just take that a longer pit stop and then see how it goes, basically. But yeah, we will have to serve a drive-through penalty as well, and already got a stop and go on the first lap. So we are not getting damage for once on lap 1, but we are screwed anyway, because yeah, we have to get into the pits now and serve our drive-through penalty. Oh, what the hell? Randomly downshift to the second gear. That was definitely a double downshift for some reason. Never had that on the controller, but seems like that was actually the case in this particular moment. And yeah, only Martin following us into the pits because he has to change his... did he change his front wing? I'm not even sure. He had a very fast pit stop actually. So we are rejoining in P19 with about, let's say, 30 seconds behind the leaders. Maybe 30 seconds, I think that's fair to say. Maybe a little bit less. Yeah, probably less than... Oh my god, brake for that corner please, thank you. Yeah, it's maybe 20, let's say 20 seconds to the leaders at the moment. And yeah, we make a big jump onto lap 14. And the rain has come a little bit earlier than I maybe would have liked. All the super soft runners, except Burnout, I think it was, pitted for another set of super softs. Because, well, pretty much they had to. They can't go much longer than 10 laps. But we actually showed good pace. See on the top right, our fast lap was a 10.2, so that it's not too bad. We got Snowy now, probably diving into the pits. Yeah, here he goes. Probably going for the inters. And you saw my engineer there. Alternative strategy call. And that was through the last corner, basically about 200 meters before the pit entry. So cheers engineer, really appreciate that one. So we have to stay out for another lap on these soft tires, and we can see many guys already into pits, in the pits. For example, Q pit. Oh, yeah, these very treacherous conditions now on these soft tires, which are not that fresh anymore as well, but definitely equally fresh maybe to the super soft runners. But we will have to be very cautious on this game. And even though we have that drive through and we will have a longer pit stop than all the other guys, let's be cautious really. I think we still have a chance of actually getting points here if we show some good pace on these intermediates. And a little bit, we had actually a little bit of practice in these conditions, well, in the inters conditions, and it looked pretty good, to be honest. Also, for the first time ever, I actually decided to turn down the differential for the raining conditions, which helps quite a lot. I don't like the 50%. Oh, a little bit wider maybe on the pit entry, but it should be okay, I guess. I think it should be forgiving just for these conditions. Didn't gain anything through that, I think, by doing that. But here we go. We will go into a pit to get our medium tires, and of course 5 seconds stop and go penalty is finishing right about now. And here we go, 9.5 second pit stop, so it's basically a front wing change pit stop, and we will rejoin the track in P15 behind Martin. So Martin was a little faster as well on the soft tires, and also now getting the undercut, and of course the benefit of that I had to stay longer in the pits. So we will see what we can do compared to him. He's now definitely someone we can compare our pace to and see how much time we are actually losing to someone who is normally faster than us. But we are now skipping to lap 25, and you can see Martin not that far up ahead, but that was mainly also due to that he caught up to Franglish pretty early, and he actually already tried to pass the McLaren driver for quite a while, but he hasn't been able to yet. And that now allowed us to also catch up again a little bit, and you can see Andre as well behind. So Andre especially was very fast in these conditions. I think we didn't lose too much on the leaders at the moment, maybe 2, 3, 4 tenths per lap or something, but Andre was exactly matching the leaders pace, and he was definitely catching us from like 4 seconds back now to 1.6 seconds, and the gap to Martin still 2 seconds. But you can see we are in P11, so we are just only 1 position away from getting a points paying position, and maybe it seems like that Frankish at least is not as fast as Martin and not as fast as me or Andre as well. So if we keep up the pace, maybe we can catch Frankish as well, and maybe even faster if they start battling, if he starts battling with Martin behind. And Yeah, we're setting an 18.1, I think. All the laps were between 18.0, 18 and 18.5 or something I said during that time. Not too sure anymore. This race has been over a week away now. And you can see now Martin has got past Franglish and also Six Skills, who dropped back. He of course benefited also from the tire glitch. He had a very quiet race, I would say, and Six Skills is actually someone who normally just does a very good strategy call, starting outside of the top 10, not particularly the fastest guy in this league, but very consistent and stays out of trouble and gets some good points on some occasions. And here we go again. Yeah, he is currently still in a points paying position, and we can see a couple of guys in the pits pitting for wet tires. And well, my engineer said to me that at some point in 2 laps time there will be like heavy rain and we will have to go onto the wet tires and stuff like that. And then he said the pit window open for wet tires. But since he didn't come up with change strategy, and since I was familiar to familiar to very similar conditions we had in a practice race, I think it was around Canada, where it also got to heavy rain, even stormy towards the end of the race, but the inters were still okay, and you didn't lose too much on them compared to the wet runners. But that's why I decided to stay out, and that gained us another 3 positions actually. So Frank went into pits, Burnout, and I think Falcon as well. So as we see Martin absolutely spinning it in the penultimate corner, maybe some rear locking, so it seems like rear locking or something like that. So he is completely around, and that gives us P7 for the moment. And it seems like Andre also got stuck behind Burnout, so Andre is out of contention at the moment as well. So it is basically me versus Burnout, versus Six Skills for these final couple of laps. And you can see we're a little bit more brave on the braking compared to Six Skills, but yeah, oh god, track. Yeah, the condition is definitely now getting worse because it is now heavy rain, as you can see on the screen. The raindrops are pretty falling down quite massively, and the traction is going to get worse every single lap from now on. We definitely have to be cautious, way more cautious than we were on the interstant. But you can see, if you compare that one, that's only 5/10 I think behind my normal pace I ran on the inters in light rain. So it is looking good, and our focus is of course now just turned towards Six Skills. See, he was so close, we're even tapping him a little bit, not getting any damage from that one, but we didn't get the best of exits. Seems like we are very good on the braking, but on the exit Six Skills is matching us pretty nicely here and stays in front. Let's see if we can nail the exit for this first corner. Nah, a little bit of swerving there, but he stays in front for the moment. Does Six Skills. We still have to maybe try just a very aggressive move if we want to take that position away from him. And just need to be a little bit close as well. Again, searching for the traction as well out of that corner, out of that hairpin. And you can see we're just showing him a little bit in the rear mirrors that he knows we are there. We can brake later than him, but we are not close enough to try anything at the moment. And it seems like that Andre actually got past a Burnout. So if Andre can continues his pace he showed from the previous laps on this stint, so he may be a threat towards the end of the race as well, because Six Skills is definitely holding us up a little bit. We're not quite close enough, but just on the braking closing so much. You can see here as well through these final couple of corners we actually had this time a good exit, so we are a little bit closer to him I think this lap. We've nailed braking for this first corner. Look at this, how we are closing on the braking. And this time a good exit as well, but he got a good exit as well. Let's see what we can do in the slipstream. We are gaining a little bit. He's going in the middle of the track. We are pretty close, but no, that's too far away to really try anything. And he gets a decent exit out of it. So it seems like at the moment we are relying on a mistake on him to gain that 6th position from him. But apart from that, really, I take a point playing position after 4 races. Yeah, it has been 4 races without any points. And after such a reasonable start actually into the season, we definitely dropped out. We dropped out of the front table in the championship, which is something I really did not expect to happen after the first 4 races. But it did happen, and we have to try and jump back from that. And literally, by far not the only one who is a little bit surprised how this season has been turned to go not in my favor. But that is just how this game works, and that's how this season that's the season's story basically for many people. And you just have to be staying out of trouble, be cautious and making the right calls, and just having a perfect race, and then you will have the chance to get very good results in this league. As we have seen many some surprise results on podiums, on various podiums occasions. What the hell? Been closing so massively on the braking on 650 on lap 35 into turn 2. I was surprised by that, and we are getting a little bit of oversteer now. It is pretty much done and dusted. We are now skipping to lap the final lap. Actually, Flying Finn already won the race. He drove superbly out in front there, and we are now about to lap the ghost, well, the AI of my teammates. Stu, who disconnected, unfortunately, also had an incident, an unfortunate incident where he got some penalty, or picked up some penalty points, I think. So we are now coming around the final corner for this Austrian Grand Prix. It seems like 6 skills, yeah, 6 skills will maintain P6, and it has been a very good recovery drive from us after that. The drive-through, and also getting that stop-and-go penalty. So I'm really surprised that we got P6 in the end, still with 1 stop, or basically 2 stops in the end, with driving 1 more through to pit lane. But it is Flying Finn winning in front of AOR Reversal, the 2nd time he's going on the podium, and the 2nd time it is also raining during that period. So congrats to him, very good drive from him. Limitless back on the podium, that is good for his confidence, I guess. Cupid down in 4th with also making the mistake on going onto the wet tires, and you can see the main wet tires are on the 2nd table. Bernard actually worth mentioning in P10, getting his 1st point of the season, but that could have been much more. So Yari with an atrocious race after having an incident with Limitless on the 1st lap. And here we can see the Drivers' Championship. We are moving up 3 positions, I think, up to 9th, and Flying Finn extending his lead by 25 points. So now it's 54 points to 0. That's quite a bit. Cupid extending his advantage over Martin as well. Limitless not too far behind, and Reversal is basically leading the best of the rest at the moment. Stu dropping down a position as well, into 12th position, and you can see now the constructors, nothing has changed for this round, which is quite interesting, but we are still down on 8th, definitely not where we want to be after having such a good start to the season, but we will be able to see what we can do for the next couple of rounds. You can see a short clip about Silverstone, how my Silverstone race went at the end of this video. Other than that, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I will see you in the next year for more videos. Bye bye.
Benzinreserven sind sehr niedrig. Versuche früher hochzuschalten. Dadurch sparst du etwas Benzin. Wir sehen geringfügige Schäden am Frontflügel. Schone den Wagen, bis wir ihn repariert haben. Wir wollen nicht... Ist alles in Ordnung? Das war heftig. Sag uns bitte, ob es dir gut geht.